Signore e signori, buonasera, benvenuti a questo grande esperimento. Siamo a casa, io resto a casa, Shakespeare, e stiamo cominciando una nuova fase. Abbiamo lavorato e sperimentato, stiamo usando uno strumento che non conosciamo, ci stiamo mettendo al confronto con lo streaming e il teatro in streaming per la prima volta nella nostra vita, anche perché tutti noi stiamo vivendo questa cosa per la prima volta nella nostra vita. E siamo passati dai monologhi ai dialoghi e per la prima volta proviamo a mettere in scena un intero spettacolo con gli interpreti che sono ciascuno a casa sua. Quindi The Merchant of Venice is trying to start with a new way of theater, which is the streaming theater. Each one of the actors are in their homes, and so we will meet all together here in this virtual place, in virtual stage, which is the net. I hope you will enjoy it. The performance is in English for the Shakespearean dialogue and in Italian for the conduction written by Andrea De Manincor. Allora, scusate, abbiamo anche qualche ospite straniero, quindi brevemente ho cercato con il mio inglese di far capire cosa stiamo per fare. Per tutti voi lo spettacolo è con un accompagnamento in italiano, il protagonista, la protagonista anzi vi accompagnerà in italiano, i dialoghi invece shakespeariani sono tutti quanti in inglese. Noi siamo pronti dietro le quinte perché effettivamente come essere dietro le quinte ci sono tutti, qualche secondo e cominciamo.
Vai, 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 vai. Vai, 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 vai. Vai, 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 vai. Vai, 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 vai.
Alla sbarra! Alla sbarra! Il nostro processo porterà indietro l'orologio della storia. Si atterrà a tutti i fatti, tutti i più salienti. Alla sbarra dunque. Antonio il mercante. Bassanio, l'amico. E l'ebreo veneziano. Alla sbarra. Una bella profusione all'inizio di ogni azione. Ta-na-na-na! Tutti i salmi finiscono in gloria. Diceva un certo, non so bene chi, che nemmeno stette sulla croce delle nostre idee, ma disse bene qualche fandonia, qualche farlocco pensiero del tipo non sono cristiano, sono giudeo, per scampare alla morte sotto forma di religiosa persecuzione. Ma guarda bene il mondo e prendi nota. Cambiò l'opinione corrente e l'ebreo fu per sempre castigato, martirizzato, bastonato, peggio che il cristiano. O forse non si può proprio fare una classifica, ma le ferite della caccia, del dagli all'ebreo che non ci sfugga, le conosciamo. Giuda, Giudeo, apparentati nell'etere, usurai di quattrini, soldi a peso per il peso di un po' di carne. Ma ditemi voi, se vi sentiste il fiato sul collo solo perché non è vostro il credo comune, non agireste per difesa di voi stessi e di una razza che razza non è, ma come qualsiasi altra umana comunità. Ma lasciamo perdere e badiamo allo spettacolo! Che qui si racconta di quella volta in cui l'ebreo prestò dei soldi ad uno che per amicizia si sarebbe immolato e andò come andò. E l'ebreo fu come al solito castigato. Il prestito in denaro fu fatto, come accade spesso, per amore e non per amore, perché a Bassagno era salita la fregola della passione.
Tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I've disabled mine estate by something showing a more swelled import, but by faint means, grand continence. But now I do not make moan to be obliged for such a noble rate, but my chief care is to come fairly off of the great debt that my time something too prodigal left me engaged. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money, in love. And for that love, I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes. How to get clear of the great debt that I owe.
You know me well, and herein spend my time to wind about my love with circumstance. And out of doubt, you do me now more wrong in making question of my otherness than if you made waste of all I have. Then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may by me be done, and I press unto it. Therefore, speak.
Antonio, in Belmont is a lady richly left, and she is fair and favored than the word of wondrous beauties. Many times I did receive from her eyes many fair messages. Her name is Portia. Nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter, Brutus Portia, nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth. For the four winds blow in from every customer known suitors, and their sunny locks and gone her tempers like golden fleece, which make a silt of Babylon cocoa strand. Many peasants came in quest of her. My Antonio, if I had the means to hold a rival with one of them, I have a mind presages me such a thrift that I must be questionless fortunate.
Bassanio, thou knowst that all my fortunes are at sea. Neither have I money nor commodity to raise a present sum. Therefore, go forth. Try what my credit canon values do. There shall be wrecked even to the uttermost to furnish thee, to Belmont, to fair Portia. Go, presently inquire, so will I where money is, and I'll no question made to have it of my trust or for my sake.
Il mio piccolo corpo è stanco di travestimenti. Forse lo sarete. Forse... No, non così. By my troth, my little body is aware of this report. If to do were as easy as to do what were good to do, chapels have been churches, and poor men cottages, princes' palaces. The brain may devise laws for the blood, but a hot temper leaps o'er a cold decree, such a hair is madness the youth, to skip the mesh of good counsel the cripple. But his reasoning is not in the fashion of choose me a husband. Oh me, the word choose I may not choose whom I would, nor refuse whom I dislike. So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Is he not hard? I cannot refuse none nor accept one. My father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspiration, and therefore the lottery, which he hath divided in these 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, whereof who chooses his meaning, chooses me, will never be chosen by any rightly but one who shall rightly love. Princely suitors? How many princely suitors? First, there is the Napolitan prince. That's the cut indeed, for he doth nothing but talk about his horse, and he makes such a great appropriation to his own good parts that he could show him himself. Then there is the County Palatine. He doth nothing but frown, as who would say, if you will not have me, choose. He hears merry tales and smiles not. God defend me from these two. Falconbridge, the young Baron of England. I say nothing to him, for he understands not me nor I him. He hath neither Latin, French, nor Italian, and you will come into the court and swear I have a poor pennyworth in the English. He is a proper man picture, but, alas, who can converse with a dumb show? They have acquainted me with their determination, which is, indeed, to return to their home. Return to their home, and I pray God grant them a fair departure. But lastly, of a nation, a scholar and a soldier, Bassanio. He, of all the men my foolish eyes looked upon, was the best deserving of faculty. Molti già sono, già molti che inseguono un sogno, e finora nessuno ha avuto la meglio nella disfida di forze a Belmonte. Come per Turandot, che il vecchio Gozzi metterà in riga, così qui c'è da operare una scelta per conquistare la carne e il cuore di forza. Una scelta tra 3 scritte: oro, argento e piombo. In un solo è custodito il bene più prezioso, l'amore e la fedeltà coniugale di Porzia. Porzia farebbe volentieri a meno della gara e si immolerebbe al suo bel Bassanio, che di lontano ha veduto e apprezzato. Bassanio, tanto apprezzato anche da Antonio. E Antonio non esita a mandarlo da Shylock, ebreo veneziano, per chiedere denaro per un suo denaro per le cose.
3,000 ducats. Well,
Hi, sir. For 3 months.
for 3 months. Well,
For the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound.
Antonio shall become bound. Well,
Well, may you state me, may you pleasure me shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that.
Antonio is a good man.
Have you heard an imputation to the contrary?
No, no. My meaning in say he's a good man is to have you sufficient. Yes, but is, his means are the supposition. Yet and Argos bound to Propolis, another to the Indies. I understand moreover upon the Rialto, we had a third like Mexico and a fourth for England. Those other ventures he hath squandered abroad. But ships are but boards, sailors but men. There are land rats, water land thieves, water thieves, I mean pirates. And then there's the peril of winds, rocks, waters. The man is notwithstanding sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond. May I speak with Antonio? But who is he comes here?
This is Signor Antonio.
Oh, like a fool in publicans he looks. I hate him, for he's a Christian. But more for that, in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis, and brings down the rate of usances here with us in banks. If I can catch him one up on the hip, I will feed fed the ancient grudge I bear him. Rest you fair, good senior. Your worship was the last man in our mouths.
Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow by taking or by giving of excess, yet to supply the ripe wants of my friend, I will break a custom. Is he yet possessed how much he would?
I 3,000 ducats.
And for 3 months.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
I had forgot. You told me so. Let me see. But hear you. Methought you never lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I do never use it.
When Jacob graced his uncle Levi's ships, this Jacob from our holy Abram was, as his mother wrote on his behalf, the third possessors.
Aren't you this, Bassanio? The devil can cite scripture for his purpose. An evil soul producing holy witnesses like a villain with a smiling cheek, a goodly apple root and have ye heard. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath. Well, Shylock, shall will be beholden to you.
Signor Antonio, many time and off upon the Rialto, you have rated me for my money and my uses. Still if I burn it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of our tribes. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog. You spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well, now it seems you need my help. Go to then. You come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. What should I say to you? Should I not say, has that dog money? Is it possible that Kerr can lend you 3,000 ducats? Or should I bend low upon my ski, with a bated breath and whispering humbleness say this? Sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another time you called me dog. And for all these courtesies, I will lend you thus much money.
If thou will lend this money, lend it not as to thy friend, for when did friendship take a breath from bare metal of his friend? Lend it as to thine enemy. Oh, if a break, thou mayst with better face exact the penalty.
Well, go with me to a notary. See me there your single bond and in a marriage sport. If you repay me not on such a day, in such a place, such sum or sums are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated by an equal pound of your fair flesh.
What?
To be cut off and taken in which part of your body please let me.
Condemned indeed. I say to such a man and say there is much kindness in the Jew.
You should not seal such a bond for me. I'd rather dwell in my necessity.
Why, fear not, man. I will not forfeit it. Within this 2 months, month before this bond expires, I do expect return of price 3 times. 3 times the value of this bond. This bond.
Then meet me forthwith at the notary's. Give him direction of this merry bond, and I shall go and pass the ducats straight.
Cos'è infine questa storia? Cosa infine vi si mischia? Le solite 2 faccende, le solite 2 infernali delizie, denaro e amore. E si badi bene, non solo quell'amore che travolge il cuore, che fa rima con fiore, no. Anche l'amore paterno, che sempre è un po' amore del possesso. L'ebreo, per esempio, ha una figlia. La figlia dell'ebreo, per esempio, lo abbandona per farsi cristiana, per provare amore per una brava persona. E l'ebreo si dispera e implora che torni la ragazza, perché è figlia sua, perché è viscere delle viscere, perché è possesso. Ma superiore è poi la notizia che una delle navi di Antonio è sicuramente affondata a Tripoli. E l'ebreo palpita di una gioia profonda, violenta. Denaro, riscatto, perseguiterò Antonio, dice, lo perseguiterò. D'altra parte, dice Shylock, Antonio.
Yeah, you have disgraced me and hindered me 500,000. Laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, hated my enemies and called my friend. And what's his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, senses, dimension, passions, affection? Fed with the same food, subject to the same diseases, hurt by the same weapons, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, we will not bleed. If you tickle us, we will not laugh. If you poison us, we will not die. And if you wrong us, do not revenge. If we are like you and the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why? Revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute. And it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.
La giuria, prego, sia attenta a giudicare. Intanto che l'ebreo presta denari, gioisce per la sfortuna di Antonio, a Belmonte un'altra fortuna viene sfidata da Bassanio, che ad Antonio deve il denaro per compiere l'impresa. Denaro, amore e 3 scrigni. Three caskets. The golden one says, all that glitter is not gold. Often have you heard that told? Many a man his life hath sold, but my upside to behold. Gilded tombs do worms unfold. Have you been as wise as bold? Young in limbs, in judgment hold, your answer had not been inscrolled. Fare you well, your suit is cold. In molti hanno provato a forzare l'amore di Portia. In molti vennero, dal Marocco e fin da Aragona. The Silver One. The fire 7 times tried this, 7 times tried the judgment is, that did never choose amiss. Some there be but shadows kiss, such had but a shadow's bliss. There be fools alive I wis, silvered o'er, and so was this. Take what wife you will to bed, I will have a be your head. So, be gone, you are sped. Quale sarà, Bassanio, quello che mi contiene? Quale sarà, Bassanio, quello che contiene Porzia Bella? Ora che sei arrivato a me, ora che sei arrivato, ora che il giorno, i giorni ti hanno portato, ora che decidi. Che cosa infine deciderai? Dove metterai gli occhi? Scegliere. Scegliere. Sempre questione di scegliere. I pray you, tarry a little. Before you hazard, before in choosing wrong, I lose your company, therefore forbear a while. There is something tells me, but it is not love. I will not lose you. But you know yourself, hate counsels not in such a quality. And yet you should not understand me well. And yet you know, the maiden has no tongue but thoughts. I would detain you here for some month or two before you venture for me. I could teach you how to choose right, but I am then forsworn. So will I never be, so may you miss me. But if you do so, you'll make me wish a sin that I have been forsworn. Issue your eyes. They have overlooked and divided me. Half of me is yours, the other half yours, mine own, I would say, but if mine, then yours, and so all yours. It's now time to put bars between the owners and their right. So yours, not yours. Prove it so. Let fortune go to hell for you, not I. Away then! I am not in one of them. If you love me, you will find me out. Let me play while he does make his choice, and then you will make a song like and fade it in music. Go, Hercules, live thou, I live. With much, much more dismay, I view the fight, and thou that makes the fray.
The word is still the seed with ornament. In lo, what plea so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with such a gracious voice obscures the show of evil. In religion, what damned error, but some sober bro will bless it and approve it, hiding it with a text. There is no bias so simple, but assume some mark of beauty in his auto parts. Look on beauty. Look on beauty, and you shall see that is purchased by the weight, which wherein there is a miracle in nature, making them lightest, the one who wears it. Thus ornament is but a kid shore to a most dangerous sea, a billion scarf, in an Indian beauty, in a word, the seeming truth, but cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Though gaudy God, the food for Midas, are well known of thee. No, nor none of thee, the pale and common draught, tween man and man. But thou make a lead, which rather treatments than dost promise out. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. Here choose I, joy be the consequence.
How all the other passions split to air as doubtful thoughts and rush embrace despair and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy. Oh, love, be moderate. Lay thy ecstasy in measure in thy joy. Some these ecstasy too much thy blessing. Make it less, for fear I forfeit.
What find I here? Fair Portia counterfeit, what demigod that comes to new creation? Here the scroll, the content and summary of my fortune. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this and all your fortune for your bliss, turn where your lady is and claim her with a loving kiss.
You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself, I would not be so ambitious in my wish, to wish myself much better. Though for you, I would be treble 20 times myself, 1,000 times more rich, 1,000 times more fair, that only to stand high in your account. I might, in virtues, beauties, livings, friends, exceed account. But the full sum of me, sum of something, which determined growth is an unlessoned girl, unschooled and practices. Happy indeed, is not yet so old that she may learn. Happier than this, she's not yet so dull that she can learn. Happiest of all, her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed, as from her lord, her governor, her king. Myself, and what is mine to you is now converted. But now, I was the king of this fair mansion, master of these servants, queen o'ered myself, and even now, but now, this house, these servants, the same myself, are yours, my lord. I give them with this ring, which, when you part from, or lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on it.
Madam, you have bereft me of all my words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins. And there is such confusion in my powers. Wherever something being blended together becomes a word of nothing save of joy, expressed and not expressed. But when this ring part from this finger, then part life ends, and be bold to say, Bassanio's dead.
Tutti i salmi finiscono in gloria. Ma so ben io, cari giurati, so ben io cosa successe, perché una lettera fu portata, che Porzia conserva ancora come cara, che rafforzò subito quella lettera nella tragedia, il sentimento di Bassanio per Porzia Bella.
Sweet Portia, here are a few of the most unpleasant words that I have a blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I freely imparted you my love, I freely told you that my state was nothing. But I should have said it was worse than nothing. I engaged my dear friend, my noble Antonio, to myself. And I engaged him to this mere enemy, the Jew Shylock, to feed my means. Here, this letter, lady, has the body of my friend, where every letter is like a keeping wound issuing lifeblood. According to this letter, it should appear that if he had the money to discharge the Jew, he would not have accepted it.
But what sum owes he the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats. But he said to Antonio,
If you repay me not, on such a day, in such a place, some sum, or sums as expressed in the condition, let a forfeit be nominated by an equal pound of your fair flesh, Antonio, to be taken off and taken in which part of your body pleaseth me.
Pay him 6,000 and deface the bond. Double 6,000 and then treble that, before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. First, go with me to church and call me wife, and then away to Venice to your friend, for never shall you lie by Portia's side when unquiet soul. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over, and when it is paid, bring your true friend along. And now, let me hear the letter of your friend.
Sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried, my creditors grow cruel, my state is very low, my bond to the Jew is forfeit, and since in paying it is impossible I shall live. All tabs are clear between you and I. If I might but see you at my death, notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, bring not my letter.
I will have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. Thou callest me dog before thou hadst a cause, but since I am a dog, beware of my thanks.
I pray thee, hear me speak.
I will have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I will have my bond. Therefore, speak no more. I'm not to be made such a dire fool to shake the head and heel and sigh to Christian intercessor. Follow not, I have on speaking. I will have my bond.
Dispatch all business and be gone.
since I have, Your good leave to go away, I will make haste, but till I come again, no bed shall be guilty of my stay. The rest be interposer, twist and twain.
Alla sbarra, signori, alla sbarra. Shylock e Antonio, il mercante. Alla sbarra. Per assistere in Venezia, davanti a voi, autorità presenti, che avete ora ricostruito la vicenda, giuria inappellabile e inappuntabile, per assistere, dicevamo, alla prova in giudizio del nobile dottore Baldassarre, avvocato padovano. Come si dice? Veneziani gran signori, padovani gran dottori. Alla sbarra! E dimostreremo quanto sia vero il detto popolare. La giustizia, come il mondo, è un gran teatro. Divisi per asprezza o per bontà d'animo, siamo tutti in un conflitto. Con le maschere, i travestimenti, come in un bel quadro, di quelli di arte fiamminga, con i visi sguaiati, stupiti nella rappresentazione. Comincia il teatro della giustizia e Porzia si fa dottore. Alla sbarra! Make room and let him stand before our face.
By our holy Shabbat, have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of a carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. What? If my house be troubled with a rat, and I be pleased to pay 10,000 ducats to have it baned, what? Is it answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig. Some there are mad if they behold a cat, and others, when the bagpipes sing in the nose, cannot contain the urine. For a fiction, mistress of passion, sways it to the moods of what it likes or what is. Now, to your answer. As there is no reason to be rendered why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he a harmless necessary cat, why he a Hulan bagpipes, but of force, but such inevitable shame, as to offend himself being offended, so can I give no reason, nor I will not, more than a lodged hate or a certain loathing I bear Antonio, that I fall in such a losing suit against him. Are you answered?
There is no answer, though unwilling men to excuse the cruelty, your current cruelty.
I am not bound to pay thee with my answer.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hate any man the things he would not kill?
Every offense is not a hate at first.
What? Who dost thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I pray thee, Bassanio, Think your question with the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the manful bait his usual hate. You may as well use question with the wolf why he has made the eublet for the lamb. You may as well do anything most hard. Seek to soften his Jewish heart. But I do beseech you, make no more offers, but with all the brave and plain convince, let me have the judgment and the Jew his will.
Yeah. For thee 3,000 ducats, here his 6.
If every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts and every part's a ducat, I will not draw them. I stay here on my bond.
Oh, no. Good cheer, Antonio, good cheer. What man, courage yet. That you shall have my blood, my bones at all. And thou shalt lose 1 drop of blood for me.
God, I'm intended whether of the flock midst for death. The weakest kind of fruit drops hurless to the ground and soul at me. You cannot be better employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write my epitaph.
Shylock, of a strange nature is the suit you follow, yet in such rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
Hey, so he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful?
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strength. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. It is mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein those see the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above his scepter's sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself, an earthly power doth then shows like his gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider these, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke much to mitigate the justice of thy pleas, which if thou follow this strict court of Venice, must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the law, the forfeit and the penalty of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tender it for him in the court, twice the sum, and if it will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over, for fear of my head, of my hand, of my heart. And it will not suffice, it must appear that malice bears down through. But please, I beseech you, sweet God, rest once the law to your authority, and to do a great right, do a little wrong and curb this cruel devil to his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. For it will be recorded as a precedent, and many an error by the same example shall rush into the state. It cannot be.
Antonio, come to judgment. Antonio, so wise young judge, how to honor thee.
I pray you, let me look upon the bond.
Here it is, most reverend doctor. Here it is.
Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath. An oath. I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why, this bond is for feet, and lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take thrice thy money. Bid me tear the bond.
What is this speech? According to the tenor. It doth appear ye are a worthy judge. You know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you by the law, whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. There is no power in the tongue of man can alter me. I stay here on my bond.
Most heartily, I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom to his knife.
Oh, noble judge, oh, excellent young man.
For the intent and purpose of the law have full relation to the penalty which here appears due upon the bond.
This very true, wise, and upright judge. How much more elder art thou than I appear?
Therefore lay bare your bosom.
Aye, his breast. So says the bond. Nearest his heart. Those are the very words. That is not, noble judge.
It is so. Are there balance to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by some surgeon Shylock on your charge to stop his wounds, lest he do bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? Where could you do so much for charity?
I cannot find it. It is not in the bond.
You merchant, have you anything to say?
Berlin, I'm armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio, and fare you well. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonia's hand, and say how I loved you. Speak me fair in death, and when the tale is told, bid her be judged whether Bassanio had not once alone. Repent but you, that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not, for he pay all the debts. For if the Jew do cut but tip enough, I will pay presently with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife, which is as dear to me as life itself. But life, my wife, all the world, are not with you esteemed. Please, I would lose it all. I will sacrifice it all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife would give little thanks for that if she were by to hear you make the offer.
We trifle time, I pray thee, pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Most rightful judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court doth give it.
Most learned judge. A sentence. Come, prepare.
Tarry a little. There is something else. This bond doth give thee no charge of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, take thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, violent and good, are, by the law of Venice, confiscated onto the state of Venice.
Upright judge, mark this Jew, learn judged.
Is that the law?
Thyself shalt see the act. For as thou urgest justice, be assured, thou shalt have justice more than thou desires.
I take this offer then. Pay the boat rights and let the Christian go.
Here is the money.
Soft. The Jews shall have all justice. Soft. No haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty. Therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shalt thou no blood, nor cuttest thou no less, no more than just a pound of flesh. If thou cuttest more or less than a just pound, be it as much as to make it light or heavy in the substance, or the 20th part of one full scruple, nay, if the scale do turn, but in the estimation of a hair, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated.
Shall I not have barely my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
Why then, the devil give it good of him. I stay here no longer question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the law of Venice, if it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempt he seek the life of any citizen, the party against which he doth contrive shall seize one half of his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only, against all other voices. In which predicament I say thou standst, for it appears by manifest proceeding that indirectly and directly too thou hast contrived against the very life of the defendant, and thou hast incurred the danger formerly by me rehearsed.
Nay, take my life and all. You to take my house, and you to take the props that sustain my house. You to take my life, when you take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
So please all the court to quit the fine for one half of this scooter. I am content. So he will let me have the other half in use to render it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. But two things provided more, that for this favor he presently become a Christian. The other, that he do record the gift here in the court of all the dies possessed unto his new son Lorenzo and his daughter. Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
I am content.
Nice.
Clerk, draw a deed of gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I'm not well. Send the deed after me, and I will sign it.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend today have been acquitted by grievous penalties in lieu of 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew, and we freely cope your courteous pains withal.
stand adapted over and above to love and service you evermore.
She is well paid, that is well satisfied, and I, delivering you, am satisfied, and therein do account myself well paid. My mind was never more yet mercenary, and I pray you, know me when we meet again. I wish you well, and so I take my leave.
No, dear friend, excuse me. Of course, I must attempt it, Father. Let me see, take some remembrance of us as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me two things, not to deny me and to pardon me.
You press me far, and therefore I will yield.
Yes.
I'll take your gloves, and I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take that ring.
What?
So now draw back your hands. I'll only have these, and you in love shall not deny me these.
But the string, good sir, it's a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing else but only these. And now methinks I have a mind for you.
But the more depends on the value. The dearest ring I will give you in Venice, and find it by proclamation. Only for this, I pray you pardon me.
I see, sir, you are liberally offered. You first taught me how to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
My good sir, this ring was given by my wife. And when she put it on, she made me vow that I never lose, give, or sell it.
That skill serves many men to save their gift. And if your wife be not a woman and know how well I have deserved the ring, she will not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
Oh, no.
Tutti i salmi finiscono in gloria. Gabbato l'ebreo, che non può richiedere il pagamento del suo debito. Fortunato Antonio, che non deve cedere parte di sé sotto la mannaia della giustizia sommaria. E felice Bassanio, che può ritornare dalla sua bella sposa. Già, Porzia. Porzia può ora lasciare il costume di avvocato. E dopo aver ricostruito il fatto così com'era, può concedersi di scherzare con il suo sposo, che le accompagna Antonio a casa.
Give welcome to my friend. This is the man, this is Antonio, the whom I am so infinitely bound.
Che Bassanio crede che vada tutto bene, e invece c'è l'anello donato al dottore Baldassarre in segno di eterna gratitudine e di riconoscenza. L'anello di Porzia, come un fazzoletto di gelosia. E se Bassanio più non l'ha con sé, forse un altro ne diede, non il mio. Il mio l'ha sempre con sé. Ma non lo credo. You, my lord. Not that, I hope, that you received of me.
If I could add a lie into a fault, I would deny it. But you see my finger, and the ring is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of
No.
I haven't. I will never come in your bed until I see the ring.
No, but sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, and you would know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive why I gave the ring, and how willingly I love the ring when naught could be accepted but the ring, You would abate the strength of your displeasure.
If you had known the virtue of the ring, or half the worthiness that gave the ring, or your own honor to contain the ring, you would not then have parted with the ring. What man is there so much unreasonable if you had pleased to have defended it with any terms of zeal, wanted the modesty to urge the thing held as a ceremony?
But no woman had it. But a
Yes.
civil doctor, which needed refuse 3,000 ducats of me and that the ring, the which I did deny him and suffer him to go displeased away. And even if we uphold the very life of my dear friend, my friend, what should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send it after him. I was beset with courtesy. My honor would be a gratitude. I was bespirited. Oh, please, pardon this fault, and by my soul, I swear I never more break an oath with thee.
I once did lend my body for his wealth, which, but for him who had your husband's ring, had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again. My soul, my soul, upon the forfeit that your Lord will never more break faith advisely.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this. And bid him keep it better than the other.
Here, Lord Bassanio,
What?
and swear to keep this ring.
But this ring, it is the same I gave the doctor.
It comes from Padua, from Bellario. There you shall find that Portia was the doctor.
Yeah.
What?
Antonio, you are welcome. And I have better news in store for you than you expect. Unseal this letter soon. There you shall find that 3 of your argosies are richly come to harbor suddenly.
Dumb.
And so you were the doctor, and I did not recognize you. Well, sweet doctor, be my bedfellow, and when I'm absent, stay with my wife.
Sweet lady, you have given me life and living, for here I read for certain that my ships are safely come to road.
It is almost morning. And yet I'm sure you are not satisfied of this event as full. Let us go in and charge us there upon interrogatory, and we will answer all things faithfully. Tutti i salmi finiscono in gloria. E questo mio abito da avvocato ciarliero ora non serve più. Risolto il caso dell'ebreo che voleva la libbra di carne. Ma io potrei ora dismettere ogni panno, uscire da ogni personaggio, dire la mia in una tribuna pubblica, tornare ad essere la persona che sono e farmi un giudizio su quanto accaduto. È forse un triangolo amoroso quello che lega Porzia al bel Bassanio, nel quale Antonio è entrato per stare accanto all'amico cui è tanto legato. E che dire della fine di Shylock, l'ebreo dipinto come un demonio, l'ebreo usuraio, e del giudizio che ha portato ad ogni aberrazione sul giudeo. Direi che non concordo con il bardo, ma direi che il bardo avrebbe salvato Shylock se avesse saputo il tragico malfatto, lo sconquasso, l'olocausto.
Vai, 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 vai. Vai, 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 vai.
Questa è una musica. E infine, oggi non siamo più protagonisti per un solo giorno sul gran palco della storia, ognuno con la parte assegnata. La mia oggi è questa: una donna che si traveste per amore, che gioca con doppia identità. Tocca portarla con dignità la parte, fino in fondo, al possibile applauso.
Grazie. Grazie a tutti voi. Grazie Giulia Tomelleri nel ruolo di Portia. Grazie Andrea De Manico nel ruolo di Antonio, il mercante. Grazie Andrea Manganotto nel ruolo di Bassanio. E grazie anche alla nostra splendida voce della Shoah, Beatrice Zuin. Grazie a chi ci ha seguito. Questo è un esperimento, l'abbiamo detto all'inizio, che abbiamo fatto con i nostri mezzi, ciascuno col PC che aveva a casa, con le videocamere che aveva a casa, con i problemi di connessione, di relazione tra videocamera, computer, eccetera. Ma abbiamo voluto farlo, abbiamo voluto metterci alla prova.
Grazie a Solimano Pontarollo, nostro direttore artistico, regista
Vedere se
e nostro conduttore, fiero condottiero, anzi.
Sì.
Grazie, grazie Andrea. Io dico sempre a tutti, perché davvero se non c'eravamo tutti disponibili a investire il nostro lavoro, il nostro tempo, il nostro denaro in un progetto come questo, non avremmo fatto neanche il primo passo. Siamo al terzo e adesso vogliamo andare avanti e far diventare questo una realtà produttiva.
Assolutamente.
Grazie.
Grazie a tutti.